What is good, Fantasyland? We are back in the Daylight Draft Room for maybe a final live draft before tonight's NFL Draft. The chaos. I'm hoping for chaos anyways. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want no chalk. Give me the chaos, man. That's what I'm hoping for. So we pulled the 2 spot for this one, which is nice because we've been in the 8-9 range the last little bit. Let me just get myself settled in and organized here. These things are filling up quickly. If you're not already in, the $10 buy-in, $25,000 for first early NFL best ball tournament on drafters is almost filled. I believe there's maybe under 2,000 spots left. Let me just look at my ownership as I make my first pick here. Pretty even across the board. I mean, I don't think I have a lot of Jefferson. Let's throw some Jefferson. Let's go off with some Jefferson here. Yeah, there you go. He's my least owned out of my kind of these top guys. I know starting running back is fine. For those who don't know, drafters is start 3 receivers. Two running backs, 1 tight end, 1 quarterback, and then you've got a flex spot. It is PPR. What is up, Jamie? Appreciate you jumping on, brother. I gave no warning for this one. Just decided, you know what? Let's get in early today. It is draft day. There we go. Get the colors right on this thing for you guys. So if you haven't checked it out, last night I had Peanut Punch on. Aaron Hernandez. This guy's a beast. Drafter, beast, best ball player. Does about 1,000 drafts an off season. I know a lot of degenerates, I like to call. I mean, I'm a degenerate too when it comes to best ball and drafting, fantasy overall. But yeah, he tops them all. I don't know anyone that tops that yet. If you know of anyone, let me know in the comments. Appreciate you joining, Jamie, always. And if you haven't checked it out also from last night, Dynasty 6-pack dropped a latest episode. They've got some deep Dynasty dives. They've been doing rookies, smashing them hard. So make sure you check them out. Good morning to all of you. Still morning over here in the T-Dot. About the 11:30. Yeah, no, I get you, Jamie. I get you. I know. I had to get the last BBT in for the BBTs, the 125 buy-ins. But if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. It's on this channel. Fun draft versus my boy Peanut Punch. If you're new to the channel, I'm JD, the Draft Room Baller. I'm here to help you become the best drafter you can be. We do about 3-4 live drafts a week at least. We've got some shows in the pipeline. I finally got my guest echo situation figured out, which is nice. Had to buy some new hardware, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. When you're jobless, it's a little tougher, but got to do what you got to do to get the channel going, right? So if you want to support the channel, it's always appreciated. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Move my table up here. There we go. So tonight should be a fun one. I don't know what you're most excited about, Jamie. I forget where you are and who your NFL team is, if you have one. I find the more I do content, it's been since 2017, 2018 now I've been doing fantasy football content. I find I've got less and less of a team. The Colts were my team, just Peyton Manning rode that from the day he got drafted. But I follow the Colts, but I could say I'm more of a player fan now, just being in fantasy and worrying more about my fantasy teams and your fantasy teams than the NFL teams, especially the way the Colts are being run these days. It's not a pretty sight, but we'll see what they do in the draft. Should be interesting. Oh, that's right. Duh. Look at my profile pic there, JD. Of course you're Cleveland. Give me your theory, man. I want to hear it. I want to hear your theory. Any theory right now is welcome. All right, let me see my ownership on. I'm trying to fill in some guys that maybe I don't have a lot of, or that I think I have more of than I actually do. All right, we're going to go Jackson, JSN here. Mix it up. Start with Jefferson, JSN start. And we'll go little divisional stack with DJ Moore as an RB3 is not too shabby. So let's see. Jamie says, Browns haven't had a first round in years. They finally get a top pick. Forget to use it and have to forfeit it. Then realize mid-round. End up trading in for a dude already injured. Classic Browns. There you go. That is a true Browns fan right there, if I've ever heard one. Just pessimism. You got to be more optimistic, man. Come on. I don't know what it's doing in Cleveland. It's a beautiful sunny day up here today, so feeling good about tonight. If you're at home watching the draft tonight, check us out. I'll be joining the sports affiliation group crew on their channel. Be dropping in to talk, just kind of comment on what's going on. We were going to do a show, but we're going to push that probably into June because I'll be away back end of May into beginning of June. Be hitting some islands in the middle of the ocean, Madeira and São Miguel. Little family trip. But when I get back from that, I've got some exciting stuff happening the rest of this offseason. So make sure you subscribe. You won't miss a thing. We'll see if Jamie's right tonight with Cleveland messing up their first rounder. I feel like, it's kind of like investing stocks, that kind of thing, the markets. Like, I feel like as soon as people settle in and think they've got it figured out, that's when the chaos happens. So I am definitely hoping for some chaos tonight. Hopefully it's not too chalk, especially in the beginning. We're hearing the latest is that Shador is dropping. Dart won't get past the Saints at 9. I mean, Dart right away kind of jumped off the page for me. He was kind of my QB2 for a while there. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes off the board at 2. But I also think that the hate on Shador's gone a bit far. Especially when it comes to, personality stuff and all that. I don't know. Who knows, right? We've heard the same thing with what's his name? Scattaboo is the other one that you heard, he's got a bit of an ego, yada, yada, yada. Who knows, man? Who really knows? It's like I always say, we don't know shit. Yeah, Jamie agrees with kind of what the latest is on Shador, that he's going to be either a bust or a great backup. It's possible. For sure it's possible. Nice. You've got Dart as your QB1. I like that. Oh, wow. Hot takes. Jamie's coming in with the hot takes. He thinks Scattaboo's a bust. We'll see. I think landing spot and opportunity when it comes to the running backs is always a huge thing in his rookie classes. All right, let me make sure I'm on top of my... I've already got quite a bit of Hampton, but I like it. I think Hampton has 4 or 5 really good landing spots. Could easily move up these draft boards. And then let's get a little Chicago stack action. We've got Jefferson, so a bit of that divisional stack. I know, who was it that I was talking to earlier? I think Snowman is not the biggest Chicago wide receiver fan, but I don't know, man. With that offensive line, you got to think Caleb takes a step this year, especially if he's got time. Cheers. Black Americano full effect. Oh, nice and hot. I like it. Nice and hot. Little pre-lunch draft. I fast in the morning. I don't know about you guys, what your morning looks like food-wise, but I usually don't eat. I try to stop eating after dinner and then go till 12, 1, depending on what the day's like, how I'm feeling. It's tough because I got to make my daughter breakfast in the mornings. She was making her own while I was recouping from surgery, my shoulder surgery. She was making crepes, French toast, the whole deal. Eggs, omelets. Now all of a sudden she's, too cool for school and she's leaning back on daddy for breakfast. So this morning we made some French toast for her. It's tough making that stuff when you can't, when you're trying to fast in the morning, but the trip coming up definitely helps the motivation to get back in that summer shape. Sitting in a recliner for a few weeks after surgery definitely did not help my dad bod. So we got to get back in shape, especially with the weather out now. It's nice. Get up back on the bike, get back in the tennis courts, play some tennis. Jamie, where are you watching the draft, man? You just staying home to watch it this weekend, or you got something cool planned? I know a bunch of the guys from the GOAT Leagues are going to be heading out to Green Bay to see it. The commish, Nate Pilmer's heading out there, and a few people from our leagues, they're chatting about getting out there to watch the draft, so that's pretty cool. So let me scroll this down a bit more. After 5, we've got JJ, JSN, DJ Moore, Hampton, and Odunze. Be curious to see what Chicago does in the draft. Round is a shape to get. What's up, Snowman? Appreciate you jumping in, man. I was just talking about how I've got the 2 Chicago receivers stacked. How you're not a big fan of the Chicago receivers this year. It's all good, man. Always be stacking. We've got a little divisional stack going. Wide receiver 3 and 4. I don't hate it. I'm optimistic. They've been working on that offensive line, so we'll see what that looks like, especially after tonight. I'm so excited for tonight, man. I don't know about you guys, but this might be the most excited I've been for an NFL draft. Just being off of work since January after I got let go, I have never been so in tune with a rookie class. I don't think in all the years that I've been making content and even into fantasy, to be honest. The decades and decades, not to show my age, but... So I'm pretty pumped for tonight. Hopefully you guys are too. It's going to be interesting to see where Tet goes. I don't know where you guys think he goes, but it's interesting how these guys will start in one range and then move around. He's one guy that's, kind of like Shador. He's dropped from what I can tell in a lot of people's rankings and stuff, but I feel like he's still probably a good chance of going wide receiver 1 off the board tonight, apart from Hunter, if Hunter does get that designation. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. All right, I've got quite a bit of these two rookies. But since it's the last draft, I'm gonna take my favorite man in KJ. I love me some Caleb Johnson. That's one of my flag plants, if not my biggest flag plant in this draft class. Big fan of his game. Was hoping Demont might make it back, but that's good. You know what? Let's just smash the rookies here. Let's do it. Let's go 3 rookies. We've got Hampton, Caleb, and Quinshon. We'll balance that out later with these running backs. Hoping at least a couple of these guys move up the draft boards after tonight, after this weekend anyways. Yeah, so Snowman, not a fan of the Chicago receivers, as I said. When they crack 4,000 yards passing in a season, then I'll look closer. It's only been over 100 years. Not wrong, buddy. Not wrong. Still think with the offensive line upgrades, new coaching coming in, Ben Johnson, could see a different offense. Could see something different in Chicago. And like I said, this is kind of wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 flex range. After my studs in JJ and JSN. I mean, some people hating on JSN too with Darnold there, but I think he's getting peppered. Love me some JSN last season. He paid off really nicely. I know he's definitely going a lot more expensive this year, but with DK gone, Lockett, actually, the latest news I saw was Lockett signing with Tennessee, which is, I mean, I like that for the team football-wise, bringing in an experienced receiver like that. Ridley was stranded in that receiver room, so at least it brings in some experience. You got to think they're going to add some youth and some rookies on this team. So we've got Hampton, Caleb, and Judkins in the running back room. Jefferson, JSN, DJ Moore, Odunze. I didn't even see if there was anyone in here that we... surprised Peanut Punch is not in here. I haven't been in a draft room where he hasn't been in. I know he was up late last night drafting. He had another draft right after the one we finished. We did ours at 10 p.m. Eastern, and he was jumping into the 11:55 one, so I'm sure he was up late. Egbuka is a guy that I like from day one, and I think he definitely moved up a lot of people's boards. I've seen him as wide receiver 2 in this class, top 3 anyways. Some people think his ceiling is maybe not as high, but I don't know, man. I think you never know what these guys can do until they get in the NFL based on situation, quarterback, how they develop, how quickly they adapt. Christopher's in the house. He likes the Rome Odunze pick. I agree, man. I've got Rome on pretty much, trying to think. I've got him on about half my FFPC dynos. Made a trade for him last year, sending Lamar for Rome, Drake May, and a draft pick. I think it was like an early second, late first type of pick, but full rebuild, which I hate to admit because I you know, you guys have heard me if you listen to the GOAT District. I'm more of a Reno. I never believe in a full rebuild, but this team was fugly. It's my first Triflex on the FFPC, so I had to tear that bitch down. Start from scratch. Jamie thinks Hunter has to be the pick at 2. I feel like he is. I don't see Cleveland doing anything else. I haven't heard really of them doing anything else, so we'll see. All right, we got to go Caleb here. We've already got the 2 Chicago guys. Let's make Snowman cringe a bit more. Expecting him to land well, and just from what we saw last year when he had the opportunity, man, he looked like a beast. So I'm happy with him landing in Minnesota behind Aaron Jones, or even beside him now that O'Connell said that he'll be on the goal line. So I think he locks in a pretty big role, and who knows, man, maybe he even gets ahead of Aaron Jones in that offense. Aaron Jones coming off of what is he at? I know he's over 30 now. Got a lot of volume. So I think Mason's in a good spot. I don't know that the Vikings add necessarily something significant in the backfield. They'll probably bring in some depth, obviously, with Jones being a little older. We've got the Travis Hunter theories going in the chat. Appreciate you guys in the chat, man. Always appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys joining. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new to the channel. What are you guys feeling on the tight ends in this class? I'm a big Colston Loveland guy. Where do you think they land? Warren. Really like Mason Taylor is another guy I really like. It's a nice... I mean, this, you know, some people are saying, oh, this isn't the greatest class with regards to the top end guys, but I think we could be wrong on that. I think we see some guys land nicely and adapt well in the NFL, giving us some of those top guys, but even the second tier, there's a big flat tier. It's going to make those dynasty rookie drafts very interesting. I got a few popping off on Monday. Oh, there you go. Yeah, same, man. Guys, go check it out. Dynasty 6-pack. They did a rookie tight end episode last night. Those are my 2 favorite tight ends for sure, by far, are Loveland and Mason Taylor. Very true, Jamie. Very true. Jason Taylor's son, right? I feel like you got an edge. You know what I mean? Your dad played in the NFL. You got that edge. You learn all the ins and outs, the intricacies of becoming a pro. Nah. Harry Snowman coming in with the low blow. So did Brendan Rice. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm all over Mason Taylor. All right, I'm going to go Tucker Kraft here. We've got a load of rookies in our running back room with the 3 top guys. And I was hoping Loveland would come back. So there we go. Kraft and Loveland. We talked about Loveland, how much I love me some Loveland. So I love pairing up Kraft for the divisional stack and then Loveland for that upside. If you're not already playing on Drafters, guys, it's a fun platform. Whichever platform you're already on, it just complements it. They fit nicely. Price points are a bit different. You guys know where my heart is when it comes to platforms. There are official sponsors of the channel, the FFPC, but I find the two mesh really well. Just with when the drafts pop, the different varieties of drafts, best ball tournaments, and you could play different sports on here. It's not just football. You've got NHL right now. Playoffs are popping. They've got drafts for that. They've got props for UFC. They've got basketball, baseball, you name it, golf, all kinds of tournaments on Drafters. Make sure you use the code DraftRoomBaller, and you will get up to 100% kickback on up to $100. So basically a free $100 on your first deposit, which is pure money, literally free money in your face. Got the code at the bottom of the screen there. So Jamie's dropped some hot takes already. Anyone's got some hot takes for tonight's draft? Any surprises they see coming that maybe we haven't heard yet out there in Fantasyland? I feel like at this point we've exhausted the topic, and you've probably heard it all, but Snowman saying Jacksonville trades out of the 5 spot. I think that makes sense. When I started hearing the Gianti talk, to me, that's, you're putting the bait in the water. That's the way I see it. I agree with you on that one. I think we talked about that last night with Aaron as well. Doesn't make sense for them to take Gianti, to be honest. Especially with the depth at the position in this draft, the needs on that team. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. They know what people want. Oh, my little light on here. They know what the teams want. You know there's teams chomping at the bit. So we've got Caleb Williams, our one quarterback. We've got 3 rookie running backs in Hampton, Caleb, Judkins, Jordan Mason, which complements the rookies nicely. Continue the Minnesota stack and the divisional stack with JJ, JSN, DJ Moore, and Odunze to go with our Caleb, and then Tucker Kraft for the divisional stack action, and the love for Loveland. Gonna go McCarthy here for that Minnesota divisional stack. See what falls to us. I've got quite a bit of Higgins. Let me just see who else is down here. We do love Tillman. We do love Noel. Let me see here. All right, we're going with more Higgins. Why not? Why not? We're pretty solid with our top 4 receivers. Let's get some upside in the receiver room. Where do you guys think Higgin lands there? Yeah, I agree, Snowman. I think JJ in Minnesota is going to be money this year. You guys know how much I love to stack my top picks. So we've got Caleb stacked with Odunze and DJ Moore. We've got McCarthy with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Mason. We've got the divisional stack going with Minnesota, Green Bay, and Chicago. And then we've got some rookie action sprinkled in. Let me know what you think so far. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the chat. Rob thinks JJ is going 3 rounds later than he should. I don't disagree, man. I do not disagree at all. Clearly, the Vikings are confident in him. And you see what they did last year with Darnold. McCarthy lives up to it. This could be a high-powered offense this year. You know they have the weapons with Addison there. JJ. Running back room is pretty solid. They can add there as well this offseason. You've got Hawkinson, 1 year removed from coming back from the injury. That division, man, that division is going to be fun this year. That's one of the divisions I've probably stacked the most is Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota. Just power division. Yeah, I love the double stash. Addison pop, man. He gave you that 40, is it 39 or 40 points last year? Gave you that huge week. I mean, anytime a player shows you that ceiling, you don't expect it on the regular, but you know that ceiling is there and he can give you a week-winning production, especially at his cost. All right, see what's coming up here. I'm going to jump down a bit to Kyle Williams because I've got a lot of Noel. I've got a lot of Tillman. I'm okay on Coker. Robinson's another guy I was drafting quite a bit earlier, and I'm going to grab Wicks here to keep the... Actually, where are we at on tight end? You know what? We're going to take Komet. We've got the Chicago stack. I was going to go Wicks, but... I don't mind Komet. I've got a stack right now with the same division. I've got those Green Bay receivers stacked in there. So the tight end room is done. Kraft, Loveland, Komet. We're good at quarterback with Williams and McCarthy. Christopher is comparing it to the Minnesota offense to Cincinnati. Yeah, those guys have been winning leagues for people out there in Cincinnati, those 3 monsters. Now they're all locked up, so gotta like that offense. Minnesota can do that, man. That'd be huge. I don't see why not. I think people were too hard on Darnold and the Vikings last year with those 2 losses at the end of the year with Detroit, and I think it was the Rams. I mean, those are couple solid defenses. We got to remember that was basically Darnold's rookie year. Jamie thinks Cincy adds an RB on day 2. I don't disagree with that. I think they add depth I think maybe the hate on Chase or thinking they were going to replace him, probably a bit too far just with everything he showed last year. But again, we'll see, man. We never know, right, what's going to happen in these drafts. So after 15 rounds, we've got Caleb and J.J. McCarthy at quarterback, Omarion Hampton, Caleb Johnson, Quinshon Judkins, Jordan Mason in the running back room, Justin Jefferson, JSN, DJ Moore, Odunze, Jaden Higgins, Kyle Williams, couple of my favorite receiver rookies in this draft, and then Tucker Kraft, Colson Loveland, and Cole Kmet. Manning the tight end. Why won't this go down? That's so weird. Why is it not going down? Oh, there we go. That's what we're trying to do. There we go. I feel like I get in this range and see a lot of the same names, same faces. We got, what, five rounds left. See how we can finish off this build. Yeah, they definitely need depth at the position. And that's the thing, right? A lot of, especially in this draft, you got to think these teams are going to take advantage of the class. Ooh. Just want to make sure I don't have two. Oh, yes, sir. Give me some Jack Besh. Love it. I think this guy could come in quick into the NFL with his size. All right, what else do we got here? Let's see. I'm going to go Shipley here. Doesn't play a stack or anything, but I think with this build, you want these top-end backups. Barkley goes down or has a couple games down, he should be able to produce, and he's pretty nice in the playoffs last year, so agreed, Jamie. I do believe he's pro-ready. Can't wait to see where he goes. Where would you think? Where's a good spot for Besh, you think? Yeah, the room agrees. What do you think, like a Washington? Maybe Vegas? Jags, maybe? That's actually a pretty good one. Seattle, New England. Oh, actually, I would really like New England. Not going to lie. I mean, I don't hate either one of those for him. But I would like him to see... I would like to see him with Drake May. And then obviously Washington, I mean... McLaurin's getting up there. Not the most efficient receiver. They've got Debo there, but he's definitely on the back end of his career, you could say. Yeah, Sanat is sneaky, man. I've been buying Sanat. I put out a post the other day on X. Make sure you're following me on X, Draft Room Baller. Make sure you're following me on TikTok. I put it on there as well. Anyone else buying Sanat? Because I feel like I don't hear anyone talking about Sanat right now. And the only one in front of him is like a 39-year-old Ertz in a power offense. What did I buy him for, Sanat? I'm trying to remember now. What league was that in? Oh, that was my rebuild. My Renault Triflex. Let's see here. So I bought Sanat and a 7th for Jordan Whittington and the 505. I got Ben Sanat and a 26 7th FFPC dyno Triflex. Rebuilt my tight end room with Sanat, Theo Johnson, and I believe Fant is my 3rd tight end in that team. Definitely not competing this year, so I like those 3. You got to think at least 1 or 2 even from those 3 can pop this year. Fant, I've almost given up on. I had room on my bench to keep him. Yeah, I'd like to see that, man. I mean, Ertz was good last year, especially on the back end, but you got to think he's getting up there, and this offense is going to want to keep developing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Fant was definitely a disappointment. Like I said, I kept him on there just because it's a rebuild. I had room for him, but I don't have high hopes for Fant at all. I actually like the other guy behind him. Who's the other guy? AJ. Oh, wow. Blanking. It's a guy behind him that I really like. All right, so let's look for... Actually, you know what? Let's take Hunt. He fits pretty good here. He's back in KC. You got to think he gets some action. And then let's go with Isaiah Davis. Those rumors about Brees are true. They want to lean on Braylon and Davis. I mean, that gives me some pretty solid depth after going 3 rookie running backs to start this room. So we've got 2 quarterbacks, 7 running backs, 7 receivers, and then our 3 tight ends. We've got 1 pick left. We'll see what falls to us. If there's anything that fits our divisional stack that we're building here. Or there's a good old Mason Taylor. If I didn't have Loveland already, I'd definitely go there. Some rookies I really like in this range, especially with the running backs. I'm pretty good with my receivers. This is a start 3 receiver. I mean, I'm pretty good at running back or receiver. So really, let's see what falls to us. A lot of picks left before it gets to us. I might jump into another one after this. Do a little lunchtime draft. So stick around if you can. Appreciate you guys in the chat today. Actually, let me go see where that's at right now with the next one. All right, let's register for that. It's already halfway. If you guys want to join me, man, jump in. $10 buy-in. If you're not already on Drafters, use Draft Room Baller promo code. Get up to $100 back on your first deposit. Right now, there's 2. It's about half full, so there's six already in that draft. They've been filling up quickly just because it's kind of at the back end of it right now. There's 11,800 entrants, and it's just under 14,000 that they're trying to fill. So these things will probably be filling up all day. And like Snowman says, remember to smash the like button. Always appreciated. The support is always appreciated. You guys are awesome. Yeah, Jamie, same. I like the 20. The 2 platforms I play on are 20 rounds. Unless you go deep, do it 28. I usually keep those for the 12-man leagues. So let's see what we have here for one last depth piece. See a few names I like. Actually, I'm going to go MVS. He's good for... I just need one game out of him. We've got JSN. We had JSN naked. 3 spots left in that draft, guys, if you want to join in. $10 buy-in, $25,000 to first. So let's review this team before the next one starts. Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy at quarterback, Hampton, Caleb Johnson, and Judkins for the trifecta rookies. Jordan Mason, Will Shipley, Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Davis for the depth backups. Justin Jefferson with that JJ stack, or that JJM stack. JSN, DJ Moore, and Odunze with the Caleb. Jaden Higgins, Kyle Williams, a couple of my favorites with Jack Besh. Actually, 3 of my favorite receivers there in this year's rookie class. MVS to finish it off. Paired him up with JSN, Tucker Kraft, Colston Loveland, and Cole Kmet. Pretty decent build. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see what happens with this. 1 spot left. Come and get it. You know you want to get in. There we go. We're drafting. And we are filled. So we're back to our usual 8-9 spots. I got all excited. I got the 2 spot in that last one. Man, it's ugly. It's ugly in the 8-9 spot streets. All right, we're up in this slow draft here. Let's see what we're doing here. Make my pick with you guys on screen here. So this is the build right now. We're pretty much done at tight end with Freiermuth, Henry, Okonkwo. We've got Josh Allen and Justin Fields at quarterback. A-Chain, Kamara, Caleb Johnson, of course, Travis Etienne, Benson, and Isaiah Davis. Probably receiver. Let's go Butte. Let's go Butte. Little divisional action. Where's that build? So this build ended up being Josh Allen and Justin Fields, Devon A-Chain, Kamara, Caleb Johnson, Travis Etienne, Trey Benson, Isaiah Davis. Receivers are Nico Collins, Rashee Rice, Khalil Shakir, Egbuka, Keon Coleman, Quentin Johnson, Josh Palmer, Torrey Horton, Butte, and then Freiermuth, Hunter Henry, and Chig on the back end as the tight ends. Yes, you know it. You know it, Snowman. I've been in the 8-9 spot literally the past, I would say, 2 weeks. Doesn't matter what platform. Last night I pulled the 5 spot in that 125 buy-in BBT for 40 grand. That was a fun one. Make sure you go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It's on the channel, on the YouTube channel. Drafted with my man Peanut Punch, Aaron Hernandez, just a monster in the draft room. He's doing 1,000 drafts an off season. Those are the guys I want coming on the channel to help you guys become better drafters. Let's go back to my ownership page here. Make sure I don't draft too many. All right. Which one of these guys do I not have bags of? I feel like I've been in this spot so much that that's not too bad. All right. Let's see where we are with... Yeah, okay. So I've got quite a bit of BTJ, Collins, ASB. We're either going to go Neighbors or Nakua, whoever falls to us. I'm good at it. To me, this range is pretty flat. Actually, let's see. Yeah, even Bowers we got enough of. So Nakua is the guy I have the least of in this range, so I'll take him to start it off. We could have gone Genty, but I like getting the stud receiver. This is start 3 receivers. I don't know that I'm surprised that Barkley's going that early. I mean, he did smash last year, and you felt like if you didn't have him, you were probably not winning your league. I was lucky enough to take him in my last Fantasy Pros. Is that what it was called last year? I can't remember now. The Big Gorilla, basically, whatever it was called last year. The last team I drafted, I ended up getting Barkley with Kamara and A-Chain, and that team did really well. I had JJ on that team. It's just stacked. Went pretty far in the tournament. But all that recency bias, right? Rob, it's and I think we were talking about that earlier. People are going to go RB heavy early in these drafts just based on what happened last year. And you know how this works, man. It flip-flops, especially in best ball and the way the wide receivers are this year. All right, well, I got to go Bowers if he's going to fall back to me. No-brainer. Thank you. Yes, that is a famous quote. I might have it on a t-shirt. And it's true, right? You don't want last year's number 1. You want this year's number 1. So you can learn from the previous years, especially looking at your drafts and stuff. But you don't want to just do what worked last year thinking it's going to happen again, right? So we started off with Nakua, Bowers. Pretty happy with that. I mean, I love me some Bowers whenever I can grab them. I don't have that much of them, so I'm trying to think. I think actually I started Bowers last night from the 5 spot in that 125 BBT. I really like that build. Had to get one last in before the NFL draft. Tonight's going to be a blast, guys. NFL draft. Make sure you check me out on the sports affiliation. I'll be joining Joe and the crew over there, JC. Think we're going to go live around 8, something like that. I got to take my daughter to... she's doing MMA now. Starts with Taekwondo and then BJJ. She's loving it, which is great because I've always wanted my daughter to take some kind of mixed martial arts. So I'll be doing that, racing home, pop a couple brewskis in the fridge, and get ready for the draft. Should be a fun one. If you haven't done it yet, guys, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I know I repeat it, but I got to make sure. You know, it's kind of like when the parents tell the kids, make sure you dress warm, all that fun stuff. You got to say it. Yeah, man, I'm super happy. She's super into it, and it's been good for her, man. She's getting stronger. She's learning how to defend herself. Somebody, kicks her, jumps on her, or whatever. She totally will be twisting me in a press ball in no time. She's 8, and she's like... She'll be taller than me in a couple years, the way she's going right now. She definitely didn't get that from me. All right, where are we going here? Yeah, let's stack them. Let's go Nakua, Adams. Lean into it. Lean into that offense. I think that offense is going to be powerhouse this year. I love that they added Adams. Love that Stafford's back. Kyron and Corum are definitely nice in that backfield. And if they add anything, it's just going to be money. I agree. Tonight's going to be fun just because the excitement. Who's going to go round 1? But all the goodness is going to start tomorrow, right? Christopher nailed it. How's my volume, guys? Let me know if the volume's okay. Got some new hardware. Actually, yesterday I set it up. I had to take care of that echo situation whenever guests came on. So got some new hardware, hoping it's working out nice. From what I checked out on last night's stream, seems like it's working good. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, man. Got ourselves a little Yamaha mixer. All right, where are we going here? I know who my favorite pick is here, but do I have too much of them? Yeah, I gotta add some more Worthy. Can never have enough Worthy. Plays with the Vegas stack, divisional stack. Again, there's no playoff in these. So you're basically looking at a 17-week season. Highest scoring team takes it. Exactly. You never have too much of the best players. Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it, guys. You guys are my my sound guys. So Nakua, Adams, Worthy, Bowers. Pretty solid start. High-powered. Worthy is... I just can't get enough of Worthy this year. I think he's going to smash. I think what we saw last year going into the playoffs, end of the year, I think him and Mahomes were just getting warmed up, man. And I know people are onto Rice, and Rice is coming back, and he's coming back healthy. And I love me some Rice, don't get me wrong, but I've got Worthy ahead of him in all platforms, all formats. I think he's going to be the wide receiver one in that offense, especially with Kelsey kind of at the back end of his career. He gives us maybe one more season in Kelsey. But I think that offense is going to be leaning more on Mahomes' arm and those two receivers, and I think Worthy's going to lead that charge. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? You look at where Rice is getting drafted. He's got a suspension to deal with, most likely. He's coming off of injury. He's got to make it to the start of the season, too. I mean, clearly he's... doesn't have the best crew of guys around him, if you know what I mean, based on those videos we saw. So yeah, you could be right, Christopher. I mean, that plays well in best ball, especially. But I think even in Dynasty, like I did a startup. It's been a while now, a couple months. I think we did that thing, but I got Worthy as my wide receiver 3. And I think in Dynasty, he's been undervalued. I haven't done a Dynasty startup in a bit, so I don't really know where he's being valued now, but I know he was definitely undervalued when I was drafting. All right, we're coming up here in the 5th round. We started off with a couple Rams at receiver, Nakua, Adams. Worthy as the 3rd, and then Brock Bowers. There's a lot of running backs to come back around to. I think I'm going to go Olave here. Let's see if... All right, let's go Olave. Some good news on him. Talking about him being a big part of the offense. I think he's another undervalued guy. Out of sight. What is that? Out of sight, out of mind? Yeah, best ball, I mean, I never feel bad about a 0 RB build. Forgot to change my... how do I get to this right now? Here we go. Let's change this back. There we go. All right, I'm going to go... I don't have a lot of Metcalf. He should be the one in that offense. As much as we don't know who the quarterback is, should get peppered enough as my wide receiver 5. Christopher's out on Olave. I don't have a lot of them, and I still think he's undervalued right now where he's going. End of the 5th. Let's pull up some Olave action here and just check him out. Wide receiver 19 in 2023, wide receiver 25 as a rookie. Obviously last year with the injury, or the concussions, I believe. I think that's all he had, right? Was the concussions? Yeah, concussions. And no, that was prior year, bruised ankle. Yeah, we'll see, man. Either they don't get what they want in the draft, which I could totally see them going Dart, which that's what I'm hearing. And maybe Dart comes in hot. I mean, he's got his legs. He's got a long bomb. He seems like he's ready for the NFL. Maybe they bring in like a Cousins or something to be that bridge quarterback. Oh man, you guys are gonna make me take Caleb again? How can I not? All right, maybe we switch it up. Let's see ownership here really quick. All right, I'm gonna go Pollard. He's one of my. I took him last night, I think. As a 0 RB build, I definitely like landing on Pollard as a starter. I think he's pretty solid. If that offense does bring in Ward, I think they lean on the running game quite a bit. They've got Pollard there. They've got Spears. Maybe they bring in a depth piece or something, but I don't necessarily know that they're going to be investing highly at running back. I mean, I got to take Caleb. All right, let's go. Let's go, Caleb. What am I at now with Caleb? Oh, man. It's not that bad, actually. About 20%. That's not bad at all. I don't even mind being a bit heavier on him, to be honest. So I like it. My RB2. So far we've got Pollard and Caleb Johnson at the running back position. Nakua, Adams, Worthy, Olave, Metcalf at receiver. And then we've got Brock, the Rock Bowers at tight end. I don't see any familiar faces in this draft room. Not anything too crazy so far that I could tell. Yeah, it's pretty vanilla. Yeah, Pollard is just, I feel like, in a good spot. I mean, I might be eating my words after this weekend, but I feel like he's just in a good spot in Tennessee. They're bringing a rookie quarterback who actually, Snowman reminded me, doesn't turn over the ball a lot. So you got to think he's going to be passing the short game, leaning on his running backs. They're going to probably lean on their run game. They've got Lockett now to stretch the field with Ridley. That should help their running game as well. Chig is a decent tight end. Maybe they bring in a little help at tight end. I can't remember where they are depth-wise on that team other than Chig. So that could be a position they add. But that's not necessarily a situation they're going to throw a rookie tight end into, right? So, well, not right away anyways. Caleb Williams or Caleb with a K, Chris? Talking about Johnson or Williams? All right, I'm going to go with Charbonnet here. I think he fits nicely with Pollard and Caleb Johnson. Yeah, Caleb Williams, I'm kind of with you, man. It's funny you say that because I get the same impression. Christopher says, I love Caleb as a player, but his general attitude scares me. Doesn't seem hungry. I draft him still. So do I. I think he's being put in a really good situation, especially with the way they're building up that offensive line. Got Johnson in now as they're running the show out there in Chicago, but he just seems like a bit of a, I don't know if prima donna is the word, but Best Ball, what's up, man? Best Ball on call in the house. He wants all the Caleb Williams. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the two things. Like, either that offense is being either overvalued or, they can come in hot and give Fantasyland what Fantasyland expected maybe last year. All right, where are we at here? Let's go a little Warren. As much as I prefer Loveland, I have very little Warren because I'm so into Loveland. So that's kind of why I like pairing him with Bowers here. I mean, Ingram is interesting too in Denver. But I feel like for this build with Bowers, actually, you know what? I should have taken, that's a mistake on my part. I should have taken Ingram there. That's the divisional stackage. I mean, I don't go out of my way for them, but if he's sitting right there, for some reason that just didn't click in my head there. I should have definitely taken Ingram there. So that's my one mistake so far today. I'll be the first to call out my mistakes, and that's definitely one of them. Because Ingram with Bowers would have been nice. Would have made more sense for this build, actually, now that I think about it, because then I'm only going 2 tight end. So first mistake on the board, chalk it up. Not bad out of 2 drafts. 1.5 drafts so far. I never heard that one. When he told Andy Dalton he couldn't teach him anything. I don't know. Some people are excited about Justin Fields in New York. He definitely shot up the ADP boards this offseason. I've got some shares. I don't mind them. All right, shake off the mistake. I'm going to go Hollywood Brown here. I don't mind stacking receivers on the same team, even if I don't have the quarterback. Wow, this guy's got Purdy, Drake May, and Trevor Lawrence in the 12 spot. I mean, not the worst, but I guess you could go 3 with those, starting with those guys, but not a Bigsby guy. Probably go Dylan Sampson here. Let's add Sampson to the room. It's definitely going to be a late QB room, which I'm fine with. So after 12 rounds, we've got Tony Pollard, Caleb Johnson, Zach Charbonnet, Dylan Sampson at running back. We've got receivers Nakua and Adams stacked, Worthy and Hollywood Brown stacked, Olave and Metcalf, and then Brock Bowers with who should have been Ingram, but we went Tyler Warren. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying, Chris. I missed that. So we've got so far 4 running backs, 6 receivers, 2 tight ends. Not really panicking at any position, to be honest, at this point. I have an idea where I want to go with these next 2 picks, but we'll see what falls to us. All right, definitely going Stafford. We've got the 2 Rams receivers in Nakua and Adams, so we got to build on that stack for sure. No brainer. And then we're going to definitely stack Geno with Brock Bowers. Boomba. That's why you don't panic on quarterback, right? We've got our top guys still stacked with our quarterbacks. Stafford with Adams and Nakua. Geno Smith with Brock Bowers. We waited till what? Round 13. Pretty happy with this build so far, to be honest. Other than that Ingram mistake at the tight end position with Warren, I don't hate it. So Stafford, Geno Smith at quarterback, Pollard, Caleb, Charbonnet, Dylan Sampson, Puka Nakua, Adams, Worthy, Olave, Metcalf, Hollywood Brown, and then Brock Bowers, Tyler Warren at tight end. So far so good after 14 rounds. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, in the comments. Remember to smash that like button, guys, if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys joining. If you're watching this later, appreciate you guys watching it. Anything you do, whether that's just tap on the like, subscribe, supports the channel. Jamie likes the build so far. I like it. I hear you, Snowman. I hear you. We don't want to give the room too many hints, you know, where we're going. All right. We have spotted. Let me see where we're at on them. Ooh, I see something yummy there. Yeah, definitely going there if he makes it to us. We got, what, 3 picks away? And there he goes. Was hoping Algier would make it back. I think he fits this build really nicely. I don't have any Dobbins at all. Let's throw him into this build. We started late at running back. You got to think if any teams don't necessarily get what they want in this rookie draft. With Dobbins last year, I mean, he was pretty solid. So I gave you 5 running back 1 weeks, 12 top 24 weeks. I mean, he put up some solid numbers, man. Giving you a spike week of 24 points, 22.9 points, 20 points, 18.9. I got to at least have 1 share in case he lands magically somewhere good. Do they bring him back to Chargers land if they don't necessarily get who they want? We will see. I'm going to scroll right down to my boy Jackson Dart. Booyah. As my QB3. I think behind Smith and Stafford, he could fill in nicely for those bye weeks, especially towards the back end of the year, second half, if he doesn't start right away, but I have a feeling he might start right away. Plus, he might fit with our Olave play. So we got some outs. He usually goes next round, but I don't mind. I mean, after round 15, I think it's pretty much get your guy range. And if he goes to Pittsburgh, some chance. We've got Metcalf. So a lot of outs here with Dart. Curious to see what Baltimore does. They've got Justice Hill, who was pretty significant last year behind Henry. Who's the other guy that just came back? Keaton Mitchell, coming back from injury. He was popping pretty good before he got injured. So do they just feel comfortable, or are they going to take advantage of this running back class? And then how much are they willing to spend at the position in the draft is going to be interesting. So many questions. It all starts tonight. Can't wait. Check me out on the sports affiliation. Just look that up on YouTube. I'll be joining JC, Joe, and the crew over there for a short period of time. Not the whole night, but I'll get in there in the beginning and react to a couple picks for sure. Start scrolling down and see who we like and don't like. Let's look at my ownership here. All right. See where the 8 spot goes here. All right, so I'm going to take Chig. I don't usually take 3 with Bowers, and that's why I'm pissed that I didn't take Ingram there. But I think with Warren, as much as Bowers was a beast last year, he gave you 11 tight end 1 week, 17 top 24, but he's got like weeks where he was under 10 points, like he's got 5 points, 6 points, 7 points. So for those few handful weeks between Okonkwo and Warren, I feel like I should get what I need to fill my tight end points on a weekly basis. And that's why I was saying my mistake was Ingram there, because I would have ran with the 2 of them at the position with Ingram and Bowers. I would have felt way more comfortable. Let me just see my ownership on this one guy before I take him. All right, let's take Douglas here. I just have none Pop Douglas, so could still have a role, especially early in the year. He's the type of guy where he's going to give you maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and that's what you're looking for in this range. What is going on with this playlist? So Douglas gave you a spike week of 21 points last year. We'll see what he can do with Drake May this year under a full 70%. So Chris is asking, what percentage do you guys think Hampton gets taken in the first round tonight? I think that's probably about right. It's probably about where I put it at 70%. What do you guys think? You got what? Dallas. Let's go look at my 95%, Harry Snowman says. Yeah, I mean, there's teams I just don't see him necessarily falling past. Once Gianti goes, do teams like Dallas not panic, but figure, you know, we'll take our guy at 12. Denver's at 20. That's a popular destination for him. I mean, Houston at 25. I don't know that they necessarily take him at 25, but that wouldn't surprise me. Mixon's kind of at the back end of his career, even though he produced nicely last year. They definitely need someone to come in and play with Stroud in that offense. Collins. If Jacksonville does move back and they get a couple picks from it or a few picks from that trade, do they have enough to invest later on? Vegas will be interesting what they do at 6. Gianti probably falls to 6 or Chicago. The Chargers at 22 is interesting. I'm going to go Tucker here. He gave us that huge week last year. He plays with our New Orleans divisional action. There's talk of Rashad White being on the move, maybe to Dallas. Who knows? I mean, I feel like whenever there's smoke, there's fire. You know that whole saying. Even if he doesn't, all the injuries at the position that can happen, he gives you enough spike week. He showed that ceiling last year. I'm trying to remember what the total was on that, but it was insane. $34 points he gave you in week 6 against New Orleans. Yeah, Christopher's saying, I mean, that makes the most sense, O-line. Protect Stroud as much as you can. Christopher says if the Broncos pass on Hampton. Let me just see where I'm going here. All right, let's go with Troy Horton. Big fan of him as our last pick. So our second build of the day, Matt Stafford, Geno Smith, Jackson Dart, Tony Pollard, Caleb Johnson, Charbonnet, Dylan Sampson, J.K. Dobbins, and Sean Tucker. Puka Nacua, Adams, Worthy, Olave, Metcalf, Brown, Douglas, and Troy Horton. Torrey Horton. I don't know why I keep saying Troy. Bowers, Warren, and Okonkwo. So my two mistakes, I think, are Warren, taking Warren instead of Ingram. And then even on the last pick here with Horton, I probably should have added another running back. There's a lot of guys I like deep in this rookie class especially. So those are probably the two mistakes. My first draft, I didn't really find anything. If you find a mistake, let me know in the comments for sure. I like to point out the mistakes. You got to learn, right? Learn from your mistakes and move on. So I think that's it for today, guys. 2 drafts on draft day. Hope you guys enjoy the NFL draft. Make sure you are subscribed. 2 or 3 drafts at least a week, if not 3 or 4. We've got shows coming for you. Now that I've got the guest sound audio fixed, no more echoes. And we've got some big news coming too. If you guys tune in tonight, I might have some news to drop. Sports affiliation. I'll be on there for a bit of the draft, especially in the beginning. Try to get on there for 8 o'clock. See, hopefully I'm hoping for some fireworks. Maybe not in those first 4 picks, but you got to think that Jacksonville gives us something. Smash the, if you guys are not on drafters, I mean, let's face it, once the NFL draft, Jamie says I'm going to miss the echo. It was kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. But you got to think on Monday, Tuesday, next week, these drafts are going to be popping, right? You want to get in there early and work that ADP because it's not going to be adjusted. It's going to be like the January action, right? Where we get to kind of set the ADP. So make sure you get in those drafts early. And if you're getting on drafters, you're not on there yet, use the code DRAFTROOMBALLER, all one word, and you'll get up to 100% back, up to $100 on your first deposit. You guys have been awesome. The guys in the chat, man, appreciate all you guys. Chris, Jamie, Rob. Best ball on call. Appreciate all you guys for joining. We'll check you all later. Peace.